For Chapter 5 review, what we're thinking about here is writing the solution in interval notation. All right, and again, I think we're pretty good at solving equations. The one thing you want to try to keep in mind is when you multiply or divide by a negative, you just have to switch the inequality sign. All right, now there's a lot going on. All right, we've got a lot of review already. All right, I really wish you would be started on number 1. As soon as you get number 1, go ahead and try number 2. Don't just write down my answers. All right. So now here we're subtracting 3x from both sides because remember I want the variable to be positive. So this would be 4x. Adding 7 to both sides, that would give me 16. When I divide by 4. Therefore, if 4 is less than x, that means what? X is greater than or equal to 4. All right, so double check yourself. When you make a mistake, make yourself a note. All right, now we're greater than or equal to 4. That means we're starting at 4 and we're heading off to infinity. All right, there you have it. All right. Question number 2. All right. Now we have a distributive property here. We can't divide it out because it's not divisible by 5. So let's distribute. Negative 2x plus 1 greater than negative 5x minus 20. Any questions with this so far? All right. Now moving things around. Adding 5x to both sides gives you 3x is greater than, subtracting 1, negative 21. And so now x is greater than negative 7. So if x is greater than negative 7, again, we are starting at what? Starting at negative 7. Going to infinity. That's what I need from you. Okay, let's check out number 3 now. All right, number 3, we're going to go ahead and distribute a negative 2. 7x greater than or equal to negative 12 plus 6x. So now we have x greater than or equal to negative 12. Are we okay with that? Which means we're starting at what? Very good. Negative 12 to infinity. All right. Remember, speak up if you're not sure about something. Everybody good? All right, let's check out number 4 now. Number 4, distributing a negative 4. Plus what? Good. What? What is it? Yeah, negative 10x. 2 minus 12. Because it's 2 minus 12. 2 minus 12. Yeah, don't feel bad. 2 minus 12 is negative 10. All right. Then we can subtract 32. When I subtract 32, I get what? Yay, negative 44. All right. Now you make yourself a note. We're dividing by a negative. So we're going to switch the signs, right? So we have what? Is greater than. Now, I would prefer that you just say 44 over 10, which is 22 over 5. If you wrote 4.4, I'm not even worried about it. All right, so x is greater than 22 over 5. So again, we're starting at 22 over 5, and we're heading out to infinity. Yes, I'm marking it wrong because you know better than to leave a fraction not reduced. You with me? All right, yeah, I'm happy with that. 5x is greater than or equal to 20 so far. I know what you mean, Miles. 20. And so now 4 is less than or equal to x. And so now x greater than or equal to 4. Yep. 4 to infinity. All right, number 6. Negative 9x plus 12 greater than negative 12x minus 12, right? So 3x is greater than what? Negative 24. Good. 3x is greater than negative 24. Yes, greater than negative 8. Thank you very much. All right, so we're getting pretty good. Negative 8. I don't you. What? I'm not sure what you're asking me, kiddo. I'm trying to keep the variable positive. So I would add 12x to both sides. I wouldn't add 9x this time because then it would be a negative answer. Okay? Number 7. Here we go. 4x minus 3 greater than or equal to negative 12 plus 6x plus 9. Very good with that. So now 4x minus 3 is greater than or equal to, and then we would say negative 3 plus 6x. So what happens to the negative 3's, guys? Looks like they cancel to be a 0, right? So it looks like we have 0 is greater than or equal to what? 2x. So 0 is greater than or equal to x, which means x is less than or equal to what? 0. Everybody good with this? So now if you're less than, we're going from what? Negative infinity. Negative infinity to 0. All right, not too bad. All right, let's do number 8 now. All right, probably about as hard as it gets. So let's see. 5x minus 12x plus 36 minus 3 is less than negative 12 plus 6x. Any questions with that? All right, now let's try to combine terms here. Negative 7x plus 33 is less than negative 12 plus 6x. Anybody have an issue? And now what? Add 7x and plus 12 plus 12, yes. You good on this? Does that look good? And so then we would say 45 over 13. So x is greater than 45/13. What did I forget? Oh yeah, thank you. Thank you. 45 over 13. All right, any questions with that? All right. Now the ones I am not going to put think on your test. I want you to be right before you give an answer. Before you give an answer, I want you to think about it. All right? Because when you take a number and add 9, it's going to be greater than if you take the number and subtract 7, right? Everybody okay with this? Now, if you subtract 3x from both sides, you're just going to get 9 is less than or equal to negative 7. False statement. So it's no solution. All right? Let's check out number 10. Yes, because in this case, the negative 2x's would cancel out. Right? So you get 1 is greater than negative 8. Is 1 greater than negative 8? And it is what? Always greater. So you can do that, remember, or next year your teacher might give that symbol, all right, which is all real numbers. All right, any questions? All right, let's look at the next part now. Here we go again. 6x is greater than negative 12 plus 6x. Actually, you could divide. But you have to remember to change the sign. So what is this, guys? Yeah, because a number, and then if you take that number and subtract 12, that number is always going to be what? Always going to be, yes, less than. So 0 is greater than negative 12. Do you agree? So then we know it's what? All real numbers. If it's true or not. So again, we're just saying, is 0 greater than negative 12? Yes. All right, if it's false, it's no solution. All right, so here we go. One more. 2x minus 12x plus 32 is less than negative 12 minus 10x. So now I have, just to make sure, negative 10x plus 32 is less than negative 12 minus 10x. Is 32 less than negative 12? No. No solution. All right, so those are a good couple practice problems there. All right. Now we're going to get into the compound inequalities. All right. Now I'm really hoping you're learning to see this, right? If you're less than negative 2 or greater than 5, you're going in what? Opposite directions, right? So if you had to, sometimes I used to tell the kids, do it on a number line, and that way you'll always be correct. Here is -2, here is 5. We're greater than 5, and we're less than -2. So that means we're going from -infinity to -2, union 5 to infinity. Any issues with that? All right. Now, for question 14, this just means all numbers between what? -3 and 7. All right. So we would say, open parentheses at -3, 7, bracket. Everybody okay with that? All right, here we go. Now we're going to, for question number 15, add 12 to both sides. So we get 3x is less than -36. Divide by 3, x less than -12. Or 2x is greater than 28, x is greater than 14. We good on that? So if you're looking at that, can you tell they're going in opposite directions?
Yes.
Yes. So hopefully when you do that, you can just say the answer is from to. Beautiful. Perfect. All right. Number 16. What do I have to do first? Divide everything by 2. When I divide everything through by 2, I get -2 less than or equal to x less than or equal to what? 4. Which just means x is between -2 and 4. All right. So bracket -2, 4, and then bracket. Any issues with that? All right, let's check out 17. Add 4. -4x is greater than -8. Agreed? And so now x is what? Less than 2. Don't forget, make yourself a note if you forgot. We divided by a negative, so you have to change the sign. All right. The next one I have 5x is greater than 45, so x is greater than 9. So those going in opposite directions. Yeah. So we can say again what? Right. Easy. Very easy. All right, let's check out 18 now. What do I have to do on 18? Add 7. So now we have -12. And then I have 15. Now I have to what? Divide by 3. So there you have it. We just have what? Right, x is between -4 and 5. Connor, you doing all right? Anybody have any questions so far? Now we're moving into the little bit challenging, or you got to do a little bit of extra thinking here. So when is a number less than -2 and greater than 2? Come on, everybody should be Pretty good with that. You can't be less than -2 and greater than 2. Anybody have any issues with that? And again, remember, that's just thinking about numbers. You can't be less than -2 and greater than 2, so no solution. All right? All right. Now this is the one where you have to think about real carefully. It's an or statement, so only one of them has to work. So what number is less than or equal to -7 or greater than or equal to 6? Are these in opposite directions?
Yes. Yes.
Are they in opposite directions? All right, so this one, sorry, this one wasn't really that big of a deal. All right, is everybody with me? All right, it's not really that big a deal. I think actually I meant to make it negative there, but I didn't. So let's just practice more. So this would be what? -infinity to what? -7 bracket union 6 to infinity. Is everybody okay with that? And now 21, pretty straightforward. X is what?
X is between -9 and -7.
Yeah, X is between. So it would be -9, comma, -7, brackets. All right. What do I have to do on 22? Add 14, so I have 7x is less than -28. Divide by 7, so less than what? Good. Or 6x is greater than 36. So x is greater than, are these heading in opposite directions again? So these are good. So we would say from -infinity to -4, union 6 to infinity. Yeah, I'm thinking we'll get to one of those, okay? All right. Now number 23, all we have to do is what? Divide by 6. So we would say -2 is less than x, which is less than. So that means we're everything between what? -2 and 3. Everybody okay with that? All right, here we go. Yeah, okay. We'll get into some of the tricky ones now. Add 4 to both sides. So -x is greater than what? 3. So that means x is what? Less than -3. Thank you. Less than -3. And then -x is less than or equal to, therefore x is greater than or equal to 5. So are these headed in opposite directions? So this is okay. So now we would have what? And then everybody good with this?
It would be bracket 5.
Yes, that's what I said. Thank you. Yeah. All right, bracket 5. Thank you. All right, now for 25, what do I have to do first?
Add 8.
Add 8. When I add 8,
-16. Less than or equal to 8x,
which is less than or equal to what? 24. Don't forget, you got to add 8 to both sides. Then you divide by 8. Okay, so now we are what? Yes. Okay, so now here is, I think, where I was trying to trick you a little bit. Come on now, listen to me on this one. All right, this is helping you understand numbers better. If I'm less than 2 or greater than -2, am I heading in opposite directions? Yeah, I'm kind of heading in opposite directions, but do they overlap? I think they do overlap, and let me show you what I mean by that. Please look, pay attention now if you want to make an A. Easy A plus, if you understand this concept. All right, please look up. Make sure you're hearing me. Here is -2. Here is 2. All right? So if I am less than 2, I would be going in this direction. If I'm greater than -2, I would be heading in this direction. Now, normally that would be an and statement. Help me out. Normally that would be an and statement. We'd say it'd be everything in between -2 and 2. But again, this is not an accident. It's an or statement. If it is an or statement, give me a number that's not less than 2 or greater than -2. Give me a number that's not less than 2 or greater than -2. Let's try 0. Let's try 0. All right? Now, what I'm trying to get you to understand is, look, again, try to look up. There are 3 possibilities here. All right? That is one possibility. This is one possibility. And then this over here is another possibility. You have 3 particular sections. Does everybody see that? Mm-hmm. Now, somebody thought 0 was an answer, so I'm going to try 0. Is 0 less than 2? Yes. Yeah, that means these are all good. Do I even have to try the other one? No. No. The reason why I don't have to try the other one is because it is a what? Or statement. It only has to be true for what? One of them. All right, so now I'm going to pick a number over in this region over here. What number could I pick in this region? -3. Thank you. That's exactly correct. So I'm going to try -3. Is -3 less than 2? So does that work? Yes, that works. I don't even have to check the other one because it is a or statement. Now I'm going to try something over in the other region. When I try something over in this region, we're going to try 3. Is 3 less than 2?
No, we don't.
3 is not less than 2, so it looks like it's out. However, let's try the other one. Is 3 greater than -2? Yes, so that also works. So then the answer must be what? All real numbers. Thank you very much. -infinity to infinity. So, again, for those of you guys who like to just kind of summarize things, if they run towards each other and it's an or statement, it's always going to be what? All real numbers. If they run towards each other and it's an or statement, then it's going to be all real numbers. All right? If they run towards each other and it's an and statement, it's just going to be those numbers between. All right? Is everybody good on that? All right? If you understand that, then you've got it all under control. All right? Very easy. All right? So now, the thing that we didn't do very well on was absolute values on one of the tests. So now we have absolute value inequalities. All right? So again, if you recall, I said, write the absolute value exactly the way you see it. And when we do that, it's going to be 3x minus 6 is greater than 12. And then you have to write what? 3x minus 6 is less than -12. So again, please make yourself a note when you're studying, absolute value inequalities require two equations. They require two equations. The first thing you do is you write it exactly the way it is without the absolute value. Then you rewrite it without the absolute value, but you change the sign. All right? Now it's just a matter of solving this thing out. All right? So first thing we're going to do is add 6. So we would say 3x is greater than 18. And then we would divide by 3. So x is less than what? X is less than 6. Now on the other side, we would say 3x is less than negative 6. So x is less than what? Negative 2. Yes, I see you. Thank you. X is greater than 6. All right, now look at that. Do they head in opposite directions or are they heading towards each other? Opposite directions. So we know this should be a what? This should be an OR statement. So we know we're going from negative infinity to negative 2, and then we're going from 6 to infinity. Now remember, you always write numbers from small to large. Always write numbers from small to large. All right? So here we go with question number 28. So we're going to write it as 4x minus 20 is less than 8. And then we're going to write 4x minus 20 is what? Greater than negative 8. Everybody good? Now we're going to add 20. So we would say 4x is less than 28. So x is less than 7. And then 4x is greater than 12. X is greater than 3. So are they running towards each other or opposite?
Opposite.
Isn't it? Towards each other, right? Less than 7,
yeah.
greater than 3. So we want 3 to 7. Everybody good? All right. Now, 29, before we begin, we have to do what first? Isolate. Very good. Isolate the absolute value. So in order to isolate the absolute value, you have to do what? Divide by 3. So I have absolute value 2 minus x less than or equal to 2. All right. So again, we write it 2 minus x less than or equal to 2. 2 minus x greater than or equal to negative 2. Subtract 2 from both sides. Negative x is less than or equal to 0. So x greater than or equal to 0. Any questions or concerns there? Now let's go to the other side. Negative x greater than or equal to negative 4. So x is less than or equal to 4. Now, again, are they running towards each other or opposite? They're running towards each other. So we know it's just from 0 to 4. 0 to 4. I just want to see how many questions we have.
47.
Okay. So we're doing really good, actually. All right, really good.
Yeah, I thought we needed like 2 views kind of long. I thought it was going to be like 70.
It is long. All right, here we go. Solving 30 again. All right. 9x minus 18 greater than or equal to 27. And then what? Agreed? And so now adding 18, then dividing by?
5. Or dividing.
Yep, you're right. Adding 18. So we're heading in the same direction or opposite directions? Opposite. So we have from negative infinity to negative 1, union 5 to infinity. Perfect. All right, now let me check one thing real quick. Oh yeah, those are all the graphing inequalities. Okay. Now I know the bell's going to ring in a couple minutes, but I do want to say again. Listen, we've reviewed enough. You should be good. You should be making an A. All right. My advice: try to finish the review tonight. And then, if you made any mistakes, you should do a blank one and just rework the problems all the way through. All right, and double check and verify. All right. The test is again this Thursday. All right, so tomorrow I'll finish up the review, and Thursday we have our test. Then you just have to make it up. I know that. Either Friday after school or Friday during choice or something along those lines. You with me? All right. Guys, we'll stop it here. All right, and then finish this up tomorrow. Again,